Well, it's more like the lessons behind, like
Yeah.
the stuff. I was never going to be a pro or whatever, but the lessons behind it are important.
Yeah.
They're
valuable.
They're valuable for today. For today's.
Of course.
Yeah, that was the number one thing that I got from playing sports as a kid that I think translated.
But that's what it's supposed to be. Like no one's going pro. Like the top 1% of the 1% go pro. But for everybody else, it's like these are just life lessons.
Well, true. What you were saying too about like going to tournaments, like that to me was like a mentality that I took to stand up very early. Because like when I started in Philly, and I was like I need to go other places and do stand up like now, even though I'm not like. So I just started doing I like flew to Chicago and just started doing open mics in Chicago and tried to like get in Chicago, and like eventually I did pretty well. So they like put me on like book shows there, and then like I was using Facebook to like help people from Chicago find me shows in like Atlanta or fucking Denver or whatever. And I would just every couple months I would just go somewhere and do stand up in a new place, and that very much was born out of like being a kid and playing in your like local scene, and then going to a tournament and really finding out whether you're like any good or not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How is everyone else stacking up? What, you spill?
Yeah, fucking. That's why I should be wearing a polyester fucking pullover. I'm going to the Sixers game tomorrow.
Are you really?
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it'll be sick.
Who are they playing?
Knicks.
The Knicks, yeah. It's Harden's home debut.
That's awesome.
It's going to be a banger. Very exciting.
Yeah.
And I dropped a fucking dime on the Nets.
Is it in
Sixers.
Philly
Yeah.
or is it here?
It's in Philly.
Yeah.
I dropped like $1,200 on 2 tickets to see Ben Simmons' first game.
Wow.
And
I don't think he's going to play.
everybody's like, there's no shot.
He hurt his back, so he's out.
He didn't hurt his back.
I know. I
This
don't
is his
believe it. I
fucking
don't
thing.
I
believe
think
it either.
I don't follow it that much, but basketball, like going to a game, is awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's really something. And hockey live
It's
is fucking
crazy
great,
great.
dude.
Crazy.
You forget like how good athletes those
Oh
guys
my
are.
God.
And
Dude.
it's insane.
There's nothing better in the world, I don't think, than playoff hockey.
I got into
Like,
watching a little
in
bit of hockey
person?
just from living in Philly, and those fucking fans are just like
Maniacs.
Flyers crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started watching a little bit, and then I went to a couple Flyers games. I'm like, this is pretty fun.
Oh, dude, it's
That's the
so
one
much
sport
fun.
that
Yeah.
in person will change your perspective on
Yeah.
the entire sport. Whereas, like, if you know basketball, just fucking around the court, seeing those guys 3-4 steps, taking the whole goddamn court length, it's crazy how fast they are and how talented they are.
Yeah.
Just giant human beings. They're
Just like
animals.
football, once in a while, like you'll watch, like especially the playoffs were so good this year.
Yeah.
Football.
Oh,
You're watching.
God.
Like, this is unbelievable. These guys are unbelievable.
Yeah.
And like the whole like, fuck this guy, you didn't make that fucking play, whatever. It's like these
dude.
guys are unbelievable, dude.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, every single one of them is insane.
Dude, through seeing a quarterback throw a football in person is like the craziest thing. Like
Dude,
throw
my
like a deep ball like over somebody and then like in between two corners is like the craziest thing you've ever seen. It's like, how did you fucking do that? How
My
is that
Instagram
possible?
reels are dogs cooking and high school quarterbacks fucking throwing seeds from the perspective just behind their head.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
college prospects or high school quarterbacks, and just seeing these dudes rip fucking heaters down the. It's like I can watch that all day long.
Just those
Yeah.
videos.
The
like
speed with
technique.
which these dudes are like on the run and going.
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
like Michael Vick
Yeah,
like
yeah,
type
yeah.
fucking clothesline.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. And the receivers like one-handed catch or two, like the body control of like getting their feet and,
While
like,
running 24
it's
miles an
just
hour.
Insane.
Yeah.
And I think the second most difficult position on the field besides quarterback is corner.
Oh,
Definitely.
I mean, these guys having to come up for run support. You have to be tough and hard nosed enough to come up for run support. Take on a guard who's pulling and it's going to crush you.
Explode
and
you,
you have to like take him on and make the tackle.
Yeah.
And also the dexterity of of covering the best athlete on their team.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
some of these calls, like, now it's becoming a very offensive-orientated game, and some of these calls, like, no matter who I'm rooting for, it just makes me furious. That some of the calls against these corners, it's like, okay, he touched him. What do you want him to do, dude?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
wait, he touched him. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
incidental. Like, let him play. And the
Yes.
same thing with, like, hitting the quarterback.
Now it's
like,
you can't fucking-
he hit him high. No, that's helmet to helmet. You hit him low, you're going for his knees. It's like, these guys are super athletic, a lot of them now. It's like, how do you get him to the ground?
Also,
Even
you're
if it's not
trained.
my team, it's like, That's a 15-yard penalty. What? I don't even know what the call is. What are you calling?
Yeah.
The first 20 years, you're trained to destroy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they're like, well, you got to stop that instinctive fucking motion.
Right.
And just pull back at
Yeah,
the
what
very
about
last second while getting to him.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
You can't, forward progression alone, you
these
can't
bang
fucking help
plays
it.
too. It's
Yeah.
like a guy comes over the middle. It's like you're taught to separate him from the ball.
Yeah.
Like you're taught to separate him. You're gonna lose. Like he's getting the ball, so now your only remedy is let me hit him and separate him from the ball.
Dude, just seeing fucking. Remember Fiegels on the Eagles? Jeff Fiegels or whatever? The punter get knocked out by Ray Lewis?
Yeah.
You don't see any great knockouts that, like, I lose my breath when I see someone get knocked out. Like, immediately, I laugh so hard that I can't fucking
Yeah, Tommy
breathe.
watches a lot of damage.
And I don't
videos.
care if it's coming from football or anything. If someone's just, it's the funniest thing in the world to me, because you're just making a man a marionette, and it's such a wonderful digression, I guess, from being in total control to just your child's
being
toys
out.
breaking up on the floor.
I do get scared a little bit.
Of what?
Just when that happens.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, oh,
Absolutely.
fuck
Well,
this
that's
guy.
probably natural. Yeah,
You're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You know,
There's a healthy.
but Tom Brady had an interesting thing about like the changing of the game. He's like it's a much different game now. He's like I had a receiver, and if I saw Ray Lewis, I wouldn't throw it to that receiver.
Yeah,
Because I knew that
protect him.
receiver would. Yeah, that was receiver.
Would
He was gonna
die.
get knocked out of the game. He was gonna get tackled. He was gonna get knocked
He was
out
gonna
of the game. So I
Forget
didn't
his
throw it to
wife's
him.
name for a long
Yes.
time. Yeah,
He's like, I didn't throw it to him. He's like, that's on the quarterback
Yes.
not to throw him the ball. That's on the defender not to hit him.
Yeah.
Just like it's on the offensive line to protect the quarterback. It's
Yeah.
not on the defensive line to look out for the quarterback that he's trying to tackle.
Yeah.
I know, especially when it's like a D end and he's falling down and there's like a 400 pound guy falling on top of him and he like hits the guy's like Achilles heel. He like nicks it.
yeah,
Quarterbacks and they're like throw a flag.
Yeah.
They're like, come on.
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
It's not a hit below
Yeah.
the knee. He fell.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why you throw in some NFL films. Take your fucking pants off. 1990s NFL films days, dude. Just smack.
No, but
them.
I understand what they're trying to do, but I'm just like some of these defenders. It's like, how are you? It's like, what are you doing? Like, how are you supposed to play?
You can.
You can't play cautious like that. Like,
No.
you can't play cautious.
No, there's going to be no more Lawrence Taylors. It's just impossible.
Right.
There are people that are more gifted than Lawrence Taylor right now
Right,
in
right.
the league as defenders.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's not true. But
No,
close. In
definitely,
terms
probably.
of natural abilities,
Yeah.
strength,
Yeah,
speed,
right.
lateral ability,
Right.
running down a fucking halfback
Yeah.
from the midfield, like they didn't do that. But also, there'll never be a fucking punch in the mouth player like that anymore. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
gone.
Right.
Every other sport has progressed in terms of like home run hitting, 3-pointers, all the excitement, touchdown balls for football. There's no more smack in the mouth, fucking traditional, fundamental, aggressive play.
Well, yeah, you can't lower the boom as much for sure.
I like
Yeah.
that.
For
Lower
sure.
the boom.
Lower the
You
boom.
can't- Yeah,
I
you
fucking
can't.
like
You
that.
can't do that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that.
You can't do that as much. But they're all better athletes. I mean, they all have like
Yeah.
scientists working on them,
Yeah.
making them like the best athletes.
Higher skilled. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just talking to this dude at the gym about steroids. You said high profile athletes, and I just remembered this. But there was this kid that I went to high school with. There was like 3 or 4 dudes from Delco that like continued steroid use, and it wasn't for sport. They just fucking continued their usage. And he's like, "Look, I've worked with guys that I'd cater to like their body type, and I
Yeah.
would feed them like Anabol or whatever the fuck. We already had this conversation with Feidelberg, but
Yeah.
and he was like, I did it. I would recommend it to anyone that is at like a D1 level in any sport, where you work with a guy, a doctor, that will take all of your things, and give you a healthy dose of fucking horse cum or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And you just blow up, and you could stay under the radar. We can have he's like, there would be guys where there would be growth cycles that would go unnoticed. So you go from, 10 pounds of muscle to 15 pounds of muscle in like a month and a half.
Yeah.
But your stats would go through the roof. So it's not like what we knew of steroid use.
right.
And his point was that's what's happening
Well,
in the professional levels at this point.
Did you ever see
And
that?
it's not that hard on
Especially
you.
football. No, it's not that hard on you.
Your
There's no
joints, your
long-term-
ligaments and stuff, and then it's not long term.
Right.
But they're
The
still
heart
testing. Are
stuff.
they still? Is it,
They
is it
do,
beat
but it's
testing?
not
No, but
like-
these guys like know what the fuck is up. Like, did you ever see that documentary Icarus?
Yeah. Oh, doping in cycling.
It's like this guy was like a lifelong cyclist, and he wanted to make a documentary that was like, look, I want to see like how good I can get at cycling and like competition if I dope. Like if I just find the best doping guys out there and I give myself the juice, how good can I get? And so he starts this process of like, taking this stuff and like meeting people.
He met the Russian.
Yeah. And then he eventually meets this guy who's like, oh yeah, dude, I can like totally hook it up. They'll never discover what you got. And it turns out that guy is like the dude who does all the doping for all of the Russian athletes.
Yeah.
And then it turns into this thing where they like need to get him out of Russia because Russia's gonna kill him.
Gonna fucking kill him.
Yeah, it's a wild fucking documentary. It's fucking awesome. But it's like, they're so good at it now. Like the guys that are actually like studying this stuff, they can hide it like no problem.
Yeah, they're all fucking doing it. They're all doing it. My boy was in the minors saying everybody in the clubhouse was doing it.
Yeah.
Now.
I'm
a huge boxing guy, and I know that's a whole that's a dirty secret in boxing, but it's like, there's all these guys doing a variation of some kind of a performance enhancing something because it's like your endurance. I don't know if it's actual steroids, but it's like something related to that where it opens like that. There's a horse tranquilizer that just opens up your lungs and makes your cardio you can just go. Those guys that wrestled and guys who they just never get tired. They just keep throwing.
Yeah. Well, you could see like if you spent your whole life working on that thing, it's just like, well, if I'm not gonna make it, I might as well try to get away with taking steroids.
Right.
Well, that's what the cyclist. What's his name?
Armstrong.
Yeah.
Armstrong and that Russian long distance runner. She was one in that.
Really?
It's like the machine never stops, and that's not normal.
Right.
So you have to raise a flag going, how did you just do all that and break the fucking record? You have to have help.
Yeah.
It's physically, regardless of all the fucking mental toughness and training, there's still a limit beyond that. Right. So there is a record, and then if you break the record beyond human capacity, it's like,
yeah, there's got to be something.
Piss in a cup.
Yeah.
Well, you have to figure out a way to test for all of it because if if there's no testing for all of it, it's like, okay, what are the consequences here?
Yeah,
I could be the best ever with no consequences. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
There's no chance of getting caught.
Yeah.
What would you be if you could take it all back? Besides on this couch.
What do you mean?
Like any.
If you could do it all over again,
is
there a sport that you would play or a thing that you would do?
If it was just sports?
Yeah.
A sport thing?
We're very sport heavy in this episode. No, we've never had this before.
What do you guys usually talk about?
Fucking whatever.
Anything.
Weird farts.
I don't know how it happened so hard.
Would you be an artist? Would you paint?
Oh, it's open to anything?
It's anything.
Well, I'm working on this stand-up comedy thing.
Yeah.
I would like that to work out.
Yeah, do you feel like
hopes and dreams?
You've already dominated.
But do you feel like you would have wanted to have started earlier?
No, I don't think that would have done it. I mean, I started late. I started at 28. Yeah, but I don't think earlier would have done it. I actually think it's better, like more life experience. And once you're in it, I'm in it like 22 years now. Once you're in it that long, it's like, there's levels to it, but once you're in it that long, it's like you're just in it and you've been in it.
Yeah.
It's like, but I find the thing that is, I don't even know if it's important to us because we're comics and we care, but I don't know if it's important to the general with all the TikToks and all this marketing out there, if it's generally important. But the important thing is like to keep coming and to keep getting better. Yeah. And to keep and to not give up, because the tendency is, oh, this isn't working, whatever. It's all messed up now. It's like, it doesn't matter how good you are anymore. Like there's these negative voices that creep in. If you go, I just stayed a course, know what I'm doing, keep working, keep getting better, keep taking the opportunities, and keep, it sounds corny, whatever. It sounds like, but that's really what it is. It's like, keep going, keep getting better, keep increasing your skill set. And then podcasting is another thing that comes in where it's like, oh, this is new thing. And at first when I saw podcasting, I'm like, oh, this is the laziest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's like, and all the LA guys liked it, and all the New York guys were like, forget, this is the laziest thing ever. I was one of those guys. And it's like, oh, you don't have to You can make it whatever you want. If you look at it like it's the laziest thing, but you can really do whatever you want with it. You can have we're doing our own shows now.
Yes.
So if you want to make your show lazy and corny, then I guess you could do that. But if you want to like turn it into, so you can make it whatever you want to make it.
Yeah, you can make it fun. Yeah. And I think that is a nice thing. It's like so much of that stuff has been like democratized in a way. I think there's like, it's like you can literally make anything. It's like fair for the most part. It's like fairly cheap.
Yeah, you can cook fucking pasta for strangers.
Yeah, exactly. And you can make that a show.
You can make it a show.
Yeah. And it's great.
Huh? Look at that.
I think that is a thing though. You still get the Jones off of like communicating an idea that no one else has communicated before. You feel like is like a thing that you were scared to say. Oh, that stuff like keeps me going.
That's interesting that you would say that, because what keeps me going is like something like figuring out something where it's like, I know there's something here, there's a chunk here, and it's like turning, and then it's like chipping away at it. It's like molding it into what you want it, and then once you have it, it's like you go up and do it, and you're just murdering with it, and it's like you're coming from all. It's like the way Pacquiao used to fight. He would like hit you with 3 shots, turn you, hit you with 3 more shots, turn you, and hit you with like 2 more shots. And it's like before you even had a chance to like respond to it. It's like taking a bit. And podcasting is a good starting point for that, where it's like you're talking and you're riffing, and it's like, oh, I can take this, and now I can take this chunk and I start refining it, and then through different spots that you have working it out on stage, and then when you have it, there's like such a satisfaction in the fact that it's like, oh, I took something and I chiseled it and chiseled it and chiseled it until it like became like this thing. I personally like that a lot.
Like the refining of it.
Yes, the refining of it, and it's like however you do it, like if you build a joke here and you just keep building jokes, build, or I like the challenge of like taking something and be like, there's a lot here. I just don't know what it is yet. I got to figure out what it is, and then figuring it out, and then figuring it out on stage, and then the finished product.
Do you do a lot of that like writing stuff? Do you like write a lot of stuff out, or is it more like I'm constantly
trying different. I got into a thing where it's like this sounds too joke heavy. All my shit sounds too joke heavy. It's like, and I got jealous of guys like Jay and like guys like Nate, who were like storytellers, and guys who just were so organic. Mm-hmm. It's like I would like to be more organic. It's like, well, start journaling. Like journaling, just like every morning, get up and start like writing your thoughts.
Dude, I want to do that so bad. I can't. That's harder than working out.
Just like set a number of pages.
Do you free write?
Set a time.
Do you free write? You just because fucking whatever pours out of your head?
There's 1,000 funny things that happen to you every day.
Yeah.
And it's like if we don't think about them though, like, or potential funny things. We don't think about. I mean, I know I personally don't.
Right.
So it's like, if you're forced to sit down and go, what happened today?
Yeah.
I got up. I got to like. Whatever. It's like there's potentially funny.
Yeah.
Shane talks about this with like when he went through his first early years of podcasting. It's like I get all my material from talking shit with my friends, because you're mining a well that you didn't know was there.
Right.
So like even in this, like, if we listen back to like our fucking previous 11 or whatever episodes, there are moments in there that I wouldn't have said if it wasn't for Chris and this other person that was on the fucking couch.
Yeah.
And journaling is also different because it's more emotionally intimate to you.
Right.
This dude, Lucas Melendez, I did Montreal with. This is how I learned of this, where he's like, dude, I'll just, like you said, journal. I'll just write anything that's on my mind, any feeling or emotion, and then just continue to write. Most of it, garbage, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
But you're trying to mine for that fucking...
There's also just a general thing that it just feel like it anchors memories in a way.
100%.
Like this is something that I kind of regret, that I didn't listen to enough like pop music on a regular basis. Because like... I felt
You're
like
too busy blowing dudes at Equinox.
No, because I feel like if you were regularly listening to pop music, you like the moments in your life would be anchored to the times when those songs came out.
Well, that's the same thing for any
genre. And you'd be like, and you'd like, so you'd have memories that more like were concretely attached to that music.
Yes, dude.
Versus like I listen to like a lot of just like, like the songs that I listen to, like Led Zeppelin and Nirvana or whatever, and I just listen to that for like a while. You know what I mean? So I don't know when the fuck anything happened.
Every time I hear
you know what I'm saying?
Really but you'd had a radio. Like, didn't you just like naturally listen to the radio?
I did when I was a kid, but then like once like CDs and stuff came out, it was just like you're just listening to music on demand. You just listen to like whatever you're listening to. And like, I was not like a big like radio listener after that, you know?
They say most of your memory is lodged with, I'm not going to, this is like a violent act will trigger a vivid memory.
Yeah.
Like if you are, honestly, if you're injured,
I know.
if there's
just violence is a big theme with you.
That's Tommy's favorite subject.
I knew you were going to interrupt this. I let you do your dog shit because you don't remember the fucking girl you fingered listening to
I remember.
Boys to Men.
Remember, yeah.
You fucking asshole. What I'm saying is, they say the connective. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to say this correctly, obviously, but if you include violence to like a song, or it'll trigger a memory a lot easier in the bank for you to go, I remember this smell. I remember this, a traumatic event.
Yeah.
Right.
Easier pull from like the library of memory.
Yeah.
And without that, you lose all these great times and great thoughts. And to your point, what you're saying is pop music might easier trigger that, but there's typically some emotional. Yeah. I don't want to say it's just violent, but it has to be so profound.
Traumatic. Yeah, regardless. Yeah. It's like a timestamp.
Yeah, it's timestamping and it's connecting that exact moment. Your eye almost takes a picture or like a
but
visual.
That's been proven, I think.
100%.
It's been proven like emotion like really is how you learn. Yeah.
Which is, to your point, the pop music thing, like all of like the old school, like late 80s, early 90s, late 90s, all of those big songs that were fucking hits. Like, they always came along with a girl I was in love with.
Right. Exactly.
My first fight.
Right.
And the dance that we fought at. Like something, it's not all violence. I'm just making that example of like, something has to profoundly hit you, whether it's emotionally or physically, where you're shocked into that moment going, I'm never going to forget this song.
Right.
I'm never going to forget the inside of the smell of the inside of this fucking Mitsubishi Galant while my buddy was in an altercation with whatever the fuck it is. It requires some punch in the heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's another problem that I have is like
meeting women.
No, with trauma, I'll dump it.
Yeah.
Like I don't do the thing where it's like, remember this, learn from it, grow from it, never forget what happened to you. I'm just like, nope, just
I'm the same.
Can that.
I'm the same.
Can that. Let's move on. Let's pretend like don't let that affect you at all.
Let's not learn from any of this.
Just move past that. You don't have to let this define you.
Well, isn't that the point of a therapist? I think that's like what they try and do is all of that traumatic experiences out of you.
Well, no, it's. I mean, the therapist is like kind of like the third eye, kind of like, because you don't even realize, you'll just stumble into things and they'll go, because you'll just think it's normal.
Yeah.
Because we all come from our own singular perspective. And the therapist will be like, oh, yeah, that's not normal. It's like, what? That's not a thing. That's not a thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, you have to backtrack over it and then go, oh, maybe that's the reason I've made X, Y, in this decision. Like it put me down this path of making these kinds of decisions. And he goes, yeah, that's why you're making these decisions, and that's what's leading you in this direction.
And then you go, oh, it's not a thing because I just told a room full of people and it killed. So maybe your life's fake.
Yeah. I've convinced
you don't know what's
Chicago
real.
It's zanies. Like getting pants at church by your brother is normal behavior.
Yeah, I tell this all the time, and everyone gets it.
Yeah.
So maybe you
it's
don't
your
know.
problem, Mr. Goldberg.
You come in here, you're in this room, you talk to one person. You think you fucking know anything about life? What are you doing?
You turn the tables.
You go to therapy.
I told you a fake story. You bought it. You don't know anything. Yeah.
You beat the fucking.
I switched the roles, and you gave me advice.
Dude, like
fucking idiot.
3 weeks later,
how about you ask a question?
He can't listen to Lionel Richie because you beat the fuck out of him on his own couch. You do therapy.
Yeah, I do. But I find that's what it gives you a just another perspective, and it's like I look at it like somebody who's like like a coach kind of like that can see things from the outside that you can't see. you're just like running. It's like, why am I running into this issue? Why am I running into this issue? And it's like you talk it out with them. It's like, oh, it's because of this, and that. It's like, oh, fuck, I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
And you have those moments where it's like, I didn't see it. It's like, and then you you have to do work on your own too, where it's like, oh, they help you realize what the issue is, because we're so locked into our own day-to-day work, like we don't step back and can't really see it. So once they make you aware of it, then it's like, oh, I need to work on that. Like I shut down, like, I don't know, argument, like I'll just shut down after. It's like, oh, that's from the way you were raised, and like it's because my father was like, you know, all over the place, you know. So it's like that's a defense mechanism. It's like shut down. It's like, I didn't realize it was coming from that. It's like that, but that's something to work on now. Start working on it. Start working on like keep being able to consciously like stay open and verbalize what's going on instead of like just seething and then shutting down.
Yeah, take a knee, take a knee, write it out.
Like stay present when you're feeling this anger and stay open.
Yeah.
Stay open and then you know, if you're having an argument, like let it go. Don't like concentrate on not shutting down. Make that the first thing. You might not make the right moves in the argument.
Yeah.
You might not say the right things, but it's a start. It's a start, not to close.
I know, but that's tough too, because it's like
that's a thing that
I got
recently happened.
You just said
and that's like you gotta work on that. It's like I'm gonna be a better person. I'm gonna be the person I want to be, more of the person I want to be if I address it.
Well, 1,000%. But the communication thing can be tough because you're like, I want to talk it out, but I'm worried I'm going to be inarticulate about the way that I'm feeling,
right,
and do more or say something that I don't mean, and then I'll have to like figure out a way to explain that. You know what I mean? Then I'm in this loop where I'm writing essays trying to
but that whole thing is like those what you're saying is all projected fears. It's like you gotta like let it rip, because the thing with my childhood was like I didn't want to say anything because it would set. My father was he was very loving but volatile.
Yeah,
volatile. So if I was afraid to go and just mix it up because I didn't know what that guy was gonna like. I didn't know where I was gonna go, and it's like, it's like a safety thing, you know.
Right.
So it's like you didn't know where it was gonna go.
Right.
So
so you just build I
would shut this like just let it. You know, you don't be like, just keep going. Like stay open. Keep going. Mix it up.
It's tough. It's tough because I do the shutdown thing too, where I'm just like, I'll just put this in a nuclear containment system.
Yeah,
and then I will
throw it in the ocean.
Yeah. I'll
like
put it deep underwater in
like a shit in a kayak.
Concrete. Yeah, prison.
Well, it doesn't help because you're seething. Then it's like it feels terrible.
You just take that out on everybody else. I'm so guilty of that.
The excuse,
Or I'm a big guy like too. It's like hours later. It's like, oh, I wish I would have said this. I could have done that. I wish I would have said. It's like, okay, all right. How do you not shut down? In those moments.
But for some reason, to me, that feels better than being like, I don't know why I said that. That's not even what I was thinking. You know what I mean?
But for somebody who shuts down why did I say that? It's like that's going to be part of. At least you're not. Just work on that one thing. Work on not shutting down.
Yes, the person can at least be happy that you fucking tried.
Yes.
Yeah,
do you think
that you were in there, you put your hand in the wound. Yeah.
You think this is like going to be a generational shift where like we had those because it wasn't okay? Like I've heard this before. Where it's like it wasn't okay to have a therapist if you were just like a lower middle class person. Like it was kind of weird. It was looked down upon the way like divorce was looked down upon in like the 50s. You just ate it for fucking another 40 years and lived miserably. Like now it's accepted. Now it's like you should be talking to somebody.
You should be talking to somebody and you should be doing like whether you do it's meditation or whatever. You need to do some kind of like mental health regimen. Yeah. But it's like Sam Harris I think said this. It's like a real great point, which is like back in the 50s there was no gym regimen. Like the gym was like a guy in a singlet with barbell mustache going but now that's like laughed
Step
at.
right up, take a picture with old Danny Boy.
That's what it was.
Wildwood Boardwalk. AC baby.
But now if you don't have
take 30 minutes to redo the light bulb. We blew out another one, Gary.
But now if you don't have some kind of a workout regimen, people look at you like you're weird.
Yeah.
It's like you got to be
you got to be doing something.
You know what I mean? But that back in the 50s, that was looked at as, you know what I mean? So it's changing. It's evolving. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that was also probably too because they were like building the Empire State Building. Like, you're gonna exercise after? It's like fucking
dude. There was only like 18 Irish guys doing it.
I know. And we were every Irish guy was doing it. It was like,
they were all sitting on that thing.
Yeah, they went home and beat the fuck out of.
I spent all day tossing fish to my friend. I'm not gonna fucking go to the gym. What are you kidding?
There was other people besides.
That's actually true too.
All the markets.
But it's true. I got into meditation from like some of his stuff.
Yeah.
He sold me on it, and it does help. It does help.
It's never not helped. It's always.
Do you do it every day?
I do a breathing. I do that Wim Hof. I do the breathing practice. And the cold showers. So the breathing practice is a meditation because the breathing, like meditation, is like your mind. You're trying to constantly.
Is that the 6, 7, 8 thing?
It's
What's the breathing one?
It's 30 breaths and then a breath hold, and then that's one round, and I do 5 rounds of it. 30 breaths.
As far as you can go in the top, out the mouth is one breath.
Yeah.
30 of those, and then you hold for.
And then you hold for as long as you can, and then you hit the. I bought the app. You hit the app, and then you let the breath out, and then you start the 30 again. And you do 5 of that, and in that, it's like you're doing something physiological also, so it focuses. Yeah. I guess on the transcendental. Those guys have a mantra or something that it just focuses them. It doesn't actually matter what the mantra is, but it focuses them. The breathing is like, and I find that like the breathing practice like helps me in my workouts. It's like when I'm doing cardio and whatever, and I'm start losing control of my breath. It's like, no, you've been here before.
Michael,
just like breathe in. And if I would have had that while I was competing, I mean, some of this stuff now, this mental stuff, it's like unbelievable. It would have helped me so tremendously. When I was competing, I would have access to this.
This goes beyond competition because, like, when I would write next to McKeever, he would notify me, like, dude, you haven't had a breath in like 30 seconds.
Oh, dude, yes.
And then when I go to work out with my trainer's like, the reason you're sweating and out of breath right now is because you're not in a flow of breathing techniques with the workouts you're doing. So then your body is it's overworked at a pace. I remember running in Seattle, I ran through like the woods with this fucking comic.
Yeah.
And this dude was not in shape, but he was just controlling his breathing. Heart rate wouldn't be elevated. Goes into everything you do, whether it's working out, your mind control, your sleep patterns. What I found now is some dude recommended a sleep mask.
Yeah.
And it's controlled my anxiety to the point where it blacks out everything.
Really?
Because typically, when my anxiety's high, my breathing's not right. I'll just stare at something even if I'm tired because I'm letting my mind dump, and I'll keep my eyes open. This sleep mask has allowed me to stop all that and then focus on my breathing. So it shuts my mind down first, and then I do that 6, 7, 8 thing. And listen to me, I'm sounding like I've changed my life.
Yeah.
It has, but it's only been like 4 weeks where I can shut it down way faster.
Really?
And focus on my breathing. There's a 6, 7, 8 technique where you breathe in deep in your nose, hold for 6 seconds, hold it for 7 seconds, and exhale for 8. And you do that between 5 and 10 times. And that takes all of your mind and your stress and your mental focus off of your bullshit.
Yeah.
Because now you're reverting that to your breathing, and that'll settle your eyes. And then all of a sudden you're fucking out, and you won't remember it.
Yeah, see, for me, I listen to people yell at each other. Like, I listen to debate. No, I'll turn on like 2 people debating, like getting really mad about something and yelling at each other.
Yeah, try not to do that.
And I just go right
That's
out.
why you're never focused.
So you do that in addition to the sleep mask also?
Yeah, I just got it, and that was also recommended by a bartender because they're my best friends. Bartenders and baristas. I tell them everything. More than a doctor. I've only been a doctor once in 20 years.
The sleep mask thing does sound legit. And the breathing thing does help. I mean, that was like, for me, the meditation thing when it helps is to when I do focus on my breathing, or if I it's mostly like I can step back and witness my brain lobbing ideas at me. Right. Like you realize that your brain is just constantly like, fucking feel this shit, fucking feel this
shit.
Fucking think this,
Remember
fucking
this
do that,
shit.
fucking that.
What'd you do?
That. You want to do this? You want to do that? Yeah. And if you can just take a step back and just be like witnessing it do it, like almost outside of it screaming at itself, and be like, yeah, dude, do that. I'm going to sleep. It's a nice, and it really does help. I've like done it before shows that I was super anxious about. I don't do it like I don't know. I don't do it regularly enough. Like I don't do it every day, which makes me sad. I feel like it should be like a gym thing where it's like you kind of like just do it a little bit, you'll be fine. Yeah. But I do start to get to that place where I'm like, if I do it every once in a while, it's almost like, to me it's almost like smoking weed or something, or like doing mush, like or like drinking. If I do it once every almost never, I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Right. But if I do it every day, I start being like, well, I'm not getting the same hit that I got. Right. That one time when I was like completely about to have a panic attack and it saved my life. Yeah. I'm not getting the same hit. And then I start to like lose momentum with it.
But I think that the good thing about this thing that I'm doing is like the breath holds, you can do them as long as, it's kind of like you could do them as long as you can hold your breath. Yeah. So it's like that if I actually push myself and hold my breath as long as I can do it, and then I exhale and then take it another, it gets you high. Yeah.
It's like a runner's high. It's got to be a version of a runner's high.
It fucking warps your head. Look, lack oxygen. It shuts up. It kills fucking brain cells. You know what I mean? Yeah. But wait, when you... Yeah, dude, I know.
Dude, we're talking about Wim Hof. We're talking about meditation.
Yeah, he's got breathing techniques that'll help everybody. Shut up. So when you hold your breath, how, like, if you can estimate, first off, do you think anyone died trying to be better themselves meditating?
I think I could go like in the 3 to 4 minute mark.
Get out of here. Yeah. There's no way. Underwater, you can hold your breath for 3 waters.
I can hold my breath for a while.
Is this from boating?
What?
Yeah. In the water?
This is important. This is an important part of the boat. Getting your boating license.
It's one of the tests.
Yeah. You got to hold your breath for 4 minutes.
You got to parallel park a boat and then hold your breath on their dock for 5 minutes. What a dyke. How long do you hold your breath for?
I usually start around 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Around 2.
You start what?
Because it's as you hold it, like the first round is like maybe I'll do, depending on what's going on in your life or whatever, but like a minute and a half, and then the next round, 1:45, then the next round probably 2, and then around 2, like 2 between 2 and 2:15.
Yeah.
But that's on a good, like, but there's always a progression because you're opening your lungs up when you do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then the first breath hold is like, okay, you're just waking up. By 3, I'm getting to like 2 minutes. But if I've been on a flight or something and I didn't sleep the night before and I'm really tired and I get off the flight and I'm like, I'm going to do this, then I might not get to 2 through the whole thing. So it just depends. Yeah. But usually the first 3 rounds like opens you up, and then the last 2, it's like you can really feel it and you have stronger breath holds.
All right, one more time. 2. So it's 30-second holds.
It's,
I'm sorry,
30 breaths. But there's an app. I'll just send you the app.
Yeah.
It's 30 breaths, and then a hold for as long as you can, and then release, and then 30 breaths. It's just breath holds. It's like 30 breaths, a breath hold, a release, and then breathing again. You're kind of like hyperventilating.
Do you do this at a certain time of the day or when you feel like
I try to do it the first when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
First thing before coffee. Delay coffee, wake up, and
are you a go out and get coffee guy, or are you a coffee at home guy?
Mostly make it at home, but I do like
How'd you like
doing
that pour
that.
over?
It's great. Really great.
It's really great, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Another life changer. I just started 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
It's pretty
You
sweet.
should try it, man. I'll send you a kit.
A kit?
I'll gift it to you. Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah, it comes, it's a Japanese company. It's
we're trying to do the, we have to do the, you have to, what's the thing called where you put the pack in and just Keurig, yeah. But it's, I know, but what the good thing about it is it doesn't, we have to worry about it getting over caffeinated. So it's just like 1 cup, and then there's no like
your caffeine.
Yeah, controlling it. It's like 1 cup. It's like, okay, I'm at 1 cup. And it's like, I don't want to go overboard.
Here's the thing. It's like for me, I need to control my liquor intake. It's not going to matter if it comes in little cups or not. The quality of this you're going to get. You just need to hunker down and put some of that into like a to-go cup, put it to the side on your counter. You can reheat that
Plus,
if you wanted to.
You don't want to be running hot water through plastic.
Oh, it's also not good. It's not good. It's dehydrated by the time it gets to you. It's wasteful. You want to, you're putting a big fucking thumbprint
on the
I said that to my dad
on the
once.
earth. Just you being around my plane, it's changed. Honestly, this thing didn't used to fucking do this.
It's true. This was way lower.
That one was fucking. That was to the roof. This is a beautiful play. It's doing well.
No, but I did say that to my dad once. I was like, because I started doing pour over. Like, I was home for the pandemic for a little bit and was doing pour over, and he's like, "What the fuck is that?"
Who said that? Your brother?
My dad.
Oh, your
my
dad. Yeah.
And I was like, "It's good. It's good."
And then
for
he fucking
you.
rattled out a Folgers can.
He wanted to get the Keurig thing going, and I was like, "You can't be running hot water through plastic. It'll kill you. It's bad for you." I read it, and he was like, "Who wrote that? Big paper?"
God. How could you be with your parents?
The paper industry.
How could you live with your parents at your age through the pandemic? I'd be like, I'd rather die during the pandemic.
I don't know.
I can't imagine living with my mom and dad. My dad goes, "What is this,
dude?" I hadn't spent more than like 3 days with my parents in like 20 years.
I know, that's my point.
No, but then it was
what an ice
for a while.
It was.
I know for a while though, it was kind of nice. I was like, oh my god, I forgot. What it was like growing up here. You know what I mean? Like,
it seems like there's two types of parents out there, and the first type is like you. They can't get their kids to leave.
Yeah.
And if they can't get their kids to leave, it's like, oh, you're making things too nice for them. Like,
yes.
I was out, like, I went to college at 18, and it's like, okay, I can't go back. Like,
never go back.
It's too my dad is like trying to take a piece of me after a week. And it's like, all right, dude, this isn't happening. There's no room to get comfortable there.
Yes,
there's no place where it's like, oh, everybody does my laundry. My mother does my laundry. Everybody cooks for me. Everybody caters to me. Those are the people who want to live at home forever.
Yeah,
the people who are uncomfortable go, I got to get out of here.
Yes.
Oh,
and I can't come back here for too long.
Oh, yeah.
There is a psychological terrorism that parents have that when you leave them, it's like weaning off of heroin. They no longer have someone to bully the fuck out of psychologically. So when I stay with my parents for 1 to 2 days, if I walk out of the bedroom, still sleeping on like a fucking deconstructed bunk bed, terrible springs, groggy as shit, I can walk out of there at 9. He'll be like ding 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 ding, just like stirring his coffee, and I'll go, must have needed it.
Oh, dude.
About sleep, and like that to him is like blossoming. Fucking hearts are flying out of his eyeballs, going, "Fuck this kid! Fuck this kid! Fuck this kid!" He's missed this for so long.
Yeah.
It's just like a pool of cum that he hasn't gotten out in a long time, and he's like, "No, why don't you stick around? Why don't you stick around for a little while?" I'm like, dude. "Dad, I got to go home. I don't know what that is.
That's really something. Like, 'cause my father would be like, "Come home, we miss you, we love you." And then as soon as I get there, it's like a little bit of a honeymoon period, and then it's like,
back to the same
thing.
It's like, you're 5 years old again. Yeah. Right away.
Yeah. It's like, how am I going to stay here? How am I psychologically going to stay here?
Dude,
I'm just going to, like, it's either you got to go at them, or they just bully you to the point where it's like, I don't know what you're just gonna mow over me. I just gotta like whatever. I gotta bend the knee. It's like I'm your father. You respect. You respect. What do you think? I'm the guy down the street. I'm your father. It's like, I don't give a fuck who you are. What are you doing?
Yeah,
dude.
Literally, you're like, "Dad, look at this gray hair. You talk to me like that again, I'll fuck you up." Because he still talks to me like he can beat. I'm like, dude, you'll be a dust ball if I hit you once in the chest. Dust ball.
Yeah. But so with my parents, it wasn't like
that really got tight. Dude. I saw him.
It's got ramped up,
dude. Yeah, with my parents, my dad never directs like volatility at me, but the environment is so volatile. Like there's so much unnecessary anger about the tiniest thing.
Well,
like.
I'd like to side with your father. I've never met him.
And then, so it's just like the little thing, like the clicker's not working, and it's all of a sudden it's just everyone's spiraling. That's one thing. And then my mom will do this thing where it's like you can't do anything. You can't do anything. Like if you're like, I'm gonna walk into town and just like grab a coffee. She's like, wait, we got coffee in the house.
Yeah.
Why are you gonna walk? You're gonna walk all the way there.
Mom, it's like 2 blocks away.
There's gonna be a line.
Yeah.
There's gonna be somebody. She always does this thing where she'll give you a litany of problems that you might run into. Like you'd be like, I'm just gonna go to the movies. It's raining out.
Yeah. Yes.
You're going to drive to the movie. You're going to get a spot. It's going to be too far away. You're going to walk in the room. You're going to sit there.
You know what happened?
You're going to pay for it. We got movies on the television. You can watch a movie.
See,
on
Irish
it's just
women...
like, Jesus Christ. I just want to I just want to do a thing. I just want to do a thing.
Irish women trap a husband. They make him have multiple children that he can't afford. When the children fuck off, she then wants to get them back. So it's it's re-netting for more minnows. She's trying to get more fish and not let you out again.
She's always been this way, and I have a hard time getting the engine to turn over and do something a lot of times. Right. And I swear to God, it's from this, because it would just be like, you'd want to go get because I'll just come back into town. I want to get a sandwich at a place I haven't been to in fucking forever. You know what I mean? Just want to get a sandwich.
The bagel shop.
Yeah, you're gonna get a bagel. I got toast.
Mm-hmm.
I got toast in the freezer. You could toast it right up. You could I'll make you some eggs.
Moms already have that provided.
And it's just like
they can't.
My aunt.
No, but it's more about stopping you from doing anything.
Right.
Like it's this thing where it's like, if you leave and do something, you're going to be at risk for some type of damage. Yeah. And it's just like, Jesus Christ.
My aunt got rest her soul.
People do things.
My aunt,
people do things. They go out, they do things.
I was going to move to New York, and I go, I just moved. So I talked to her and I go, I moved to New York, I'm making move for my career. And she goes, yeah, but how's the parking?
Is it like you got back home?
Yeah.
And then she was like, what's the stand-up scene? Do you have to put your name on a list? I go, no, it's not like that. It's like you got to go hang out. You got to create these relationships. And then, through networking, you get on stage. And she goes, so you don't put your name on a list? I think it's putting your name on a list, right? You have to put your name on a list. Finally, I was like, yeah, it's putting your name on a list.
I know,
just exactly what
just
it is.
The end of the conversation. I put a name on the list, and then I'm famous. Yeah.
I just put my name on the list for 22 years.
There's no work that actually needs to go into it. Yeah, you go down there.
You would have got your promotion at your job. You just put a name on the list.
It's like getting a job at the docks. You go down there, they pick you.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah.
But tomorrow I'm having, or Thursday I'm having lunch with my father. I haven't seen my dad in like a few months.
Yeah.
But it'll be the same thing. He's wild. He's a wild boy in public too. He don't give a fuck anymore. Really? Like he does that whole, hey, honey. Like a waitress will walk by. I'm like, Dad, you can't just be yelling at a waitress. He's like, what?
Yeah. What does he say?
I haven't seen you in a while. I just need a water. Can you get me water? That'd be great. Thank you. He's very polite, but like his social demeanor is like it's so old school because he only speaks to my mom in 2 rooms.
Oh yeah,
they clearly don't speak to each other in the bedroom. I know this for fucking a fact. And they speak to each other in the kitchen. Volatile environment.
Yeah.
Hey Jane, where'd you put the son of a bitch? Door will slam. Oh, Steve, grow up. It's like that kind of shit. Like nonstop fucking tension. My dad will be like, she'll leave the room and go, your mother, I should have never agreed to get this rancher.
Dude.
She didn't want to walk up and down the steps for a while, but now I got nowhere to escape. Dude. I got a TV in the basement. Dude. I'll do shit like that. It's my only escape. Tom, you want to go golfing next week? I'm like, Dad, this is way too much, dude. I like the stress I have in my life right now alone. I come home thinking I'm just gonna get I'll get some fucking scrapple and pork roll, some Philly meats I haven't had in a while, and I'll get a nice rest on the bunk bed that's gonna break my fucking ankle. And then I'll go home refreshed. It's the opposite. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
It's like going on a fucking vacation.
It's opposite.
It's like going to Vegas for like a week. You're like, I'm going on vacation. No, you're not. You're going to get fucking blitzed for 5 days, come home and need another week off.
Yes, because
that's
it's also
going to mom and dad's
It's
house.
also you see so much of yourself in them.
Yeah.
Like you see, like one of the things that I like. My biggest problem is that if I misplace something, like the psycho paranoid conspiracy theory ideas that start swirling around in my head, like this fucking move.
Remember what happened the other night at the bar?
What?
Where you couldn't find your wallet?
Oh yeah.
Dude, he can't find his wallet. at the bar after like a couple drinks, and he goes, "Wallet." Dude, this is hold on.
Yeah.
I can't find my wallet, and I'm going, calm down. Hey, you'll find your wallet. Look at all your pockets. I'm helping him look in pockets, and then I go in my check. I'm like, I can't find my wallet. And then I come up with this idea, like the dude was behind it. There was a guy behind us.
Yes.
We get our bartender involved. We're like, dude, somebody stole our wallets. I convinced the bartenders that we're close with. Somebody took both of our wallets out of our jacket because there was a guy floating around like a weirdo. So we have this falsehood.
The bar's in an uproar.
Yeah, we got bar backs running around going, who's got a wallet? You seen a wallet? We got a fucking flashlight at the feet of the stool. We both convince ourselves in the same crazy manner. We get home. My wallet's in the tray that I always keep. Always keep it in. Chris goes, oh, yeah, it was in my jacket. He's got his wallet. Hold on. I get to the bar like 2 days later or whatever, and the first thing he asked me was like, where's your wallet? And I was like, he's like, you find your wallet? And I was like, what? What do you mean? What wallet? And then it hit me. And I was like, oh, yeah, we got him. We made such a stink that we threw it into the mind of somebody else for 48 hours that they were worried. The next time I see Tommy or Chris, did you get your wallet? And that's what we do. We just smoke bees into each other's mouth, back and forth about being fucking nuts.
And it's pretty amazing that you both lost them at the same time. You misplaced yours, and then you never brought yours.
Just forgot.
Dude, I didn't even misplace it. It was in my old pants pocket. It was like I never took it out, and I was like, "No, I'm certain."
Yeah, me too.
And it's literally the thing is that I see it. My dad is it like, and I have it too a little bit, but it's because I know he's got it so bad. I do try to curb it, but he's got it like with technology. It's even worse, because it's in a screen. He was losing things, so it's really hard for him. You know what I mean? It's not like misplacing your keys in it. It's not terrestrial.
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
That's great.
So
I'm
if
losing something into a screen.
Yes. So if he goes in to open up the HBO app or something and the login's not ready or like he's got to re-log in, it's like, oh, you fucking with this?
Yeah. Touch this thing.
Yeah. Jesus
Meanwhile,
Christ,
it's just been him
dude.
smashing fucking buttons.
Yeah.
Just whacked out of his
and
skull.
he doesn't know how things interact with one another. So
but he's actually, as somebody who's bad with technology, I have to defend that because it's like
I know.
It's like
I get it too.
Sometimes I'll do that and I'll be like, "What's your login? You don't know your login?" It's like, "Well, let us send you a password." It's like, what are these nuclear subcodes?
Yeah.
This is to get into HBO, dude. It's like, come on. Like, there can't be a simpler way to do this.
No.
Then we need to send you a code. You need to put in a code to your phone, and then you can re-log in. Then you have to change your password. It's like, what are the stakes, here?
Dude.
What are we doing?
Captain
You should have
HBO's
seen me
gonna
last
beat your
night.
ass.
You should have seen me last night. We were trying to play VR golf.
Oh, dude.
We were trying to play VR
I've said
golf.
this so many fucking I'm sorry, Chris. I said this so many times about him. He will sleep on a ball of old crumpets and fucking and dirty laundry.
But his bed is made.
But
a made bed.
Out of respect for his made bed, he sleeps on the floor. But the simplest technological difficulties will throw him into a tailspin. Visually and physically, in his own existence, it's like he's been training for Vietnam. Like to sleep in trenches when it's raining, the dude would just be a mummy.
Yeah.
Like he would eat it. He would eat it all.
Yeah,
but
that I can deal with.
if you roll a cord up in front of him like a landscaper,
Right.
that's how I do it. And he goes, "Don't roll the cord like that. You can't be rolling a cord like that." And if
You're gonna twist up the fibers.
Yeah. So, guy, you tell me your fucking story. No, honestly, because it was so hard. We're playing VR golf. Clearly can't see shit. I basically have my fucking sleep mask on. I'm playing with two strangers, waiting for Chris to log on, and he's bopping from this corner. This is technological fucking. This is homestand, and then he's going to the laptop in the kitchen where he plays, and we're syncing up with the public, and we have a live stream going on. And this is the only space here where the cameras are, where I have to physically swing. So every 30 seconds, I just hear Chris going, "What the fuck? And I'm talking to these guys via the stream. I'm going, yeah, Chris is just having a little difficulty. It reminded me of like what my mom would say, talking to like one of my aunts on the phone while my dad's going, son of a bitch, Gene. What are we doing?
Dude.
For 30 minutes straight.
Yes.
He's bopping back and forth. And he would touch my lower back going, excuse me, sorry, fuck.
Well, dude, because it's just like, it's like once I get something set up, like I got this system down, I thought. You know what I mean? It's like we boot up our fucking VR headsets, we cast into the computer, we live stream it. It's just like I got it down pat. So then the moment something gets fucked up, and this was like a login thing with Facebook. And it's like my Facebook email is fucking my college email, which is dead for 20 years. So it's like I can't. They're like, we'll send you an email with the, you got to respond to the email to make sure. It's like, dude, that email's dead. And obviously Facebook has no like customer service.
Right.
It's not like you can call someone and be like, hey man, that's not. So that became like a whole thing. So then it was like, or we could text you. Thank God I put my phone number in there. But then they texted me a number. Then I put that code in. That doesn't work. So now I'm like, I'm blowing my stack. Yeah. And that was 45 minutes of hell.
Well, I have poor problem solving also, in because there's all these.
Hold on.
They have these steps that
Michael,
you have to take.
You are one of the most wonderful people I've ever met in my life, and everything you said tonight is like, well, I suck at this too. You've just been lighting yourself up all night. If you do this to your therapist, that's how he's getting money. Yeah. He's trying to train you to say you suck, so you come back.
Well, I mean, the stuff that you sail through that you're good at, you don't even recognize. You're like, it's good.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good.
Everybody does that.
It's like, But the stuff like the problem solving stuff, it's like I hit one or two barriers. It's like, what is going on? Like, what the hell, man? But the technology thing is like, it's always that. It's like 3 steps in. I got hacked. My Instagram got hacked on Christmas Eve.
What?
Yeah, I gave, and it was a phishing scam. Like I was dumb enough to give my information.
No.
So I got it taken over,
and it's like physical phishing.
It's like somebody fishes for your information, and they're like, you have to give us this. We're Instagram, and I go, okay, you're Instagram, so let me give it to you. And I gave it to him. Like we're not Instagram, and then the guy threatened me on WhatsApp, and he was like, I hacked your account, give me money, and I'll give it to you back. So I didn't respond to that because I'm not. And then at 2 a.m, he was like, can I get some cooperation here?
Hey man.
Like, can I get some
hey man, I'm a huge fan, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's a good move.
So I just didn't, obviously respond to it. But it was like I was in a circle of put this code in, and then we're gonna send you an email. It's like he took over my email and then changed it. So he took over my email and changed the email. So it's like, okay, so now we're gonna send this to your phone number. It's like he got my phone number and changed it.
Yes.
So he's in the account. So there's no way to. So they keep sending you this thing that's taking you in circles, and there's no.
Is this how you get those like fucking rogue messages, private messages about like? So they're breaking into the account, and then sending mass messages to all your friends.
Yes.
Right.
Dude, you know what the craziest...
So I have it back now.
Yeah.
But
what did it take? How'd you get it back?
I had to go through somebody at Instagram.
Yeah.
Who has it connect? Like,
to verify your original.
Yeah, but there's no doing it through this process that they're as far deep in. Maybe there is for somebody who gave their information the way that I did, they just changed everything. So they locked the account down.
No, I think that's just the easiest process to butt fuck in the world.
There is, to your point, there's no customer service.
Yes.
There's no calling them or emailing them.
Yes.
They don't care. They're not invested in it.
Yes.
They don't care.
No.
Yeah.
And you know what the worst version of that is? And I can't believe it's not illegal. But there are like, if you ever go to get like TSA pre-check, or if you ever go to like a Department of Transportation website, like if you ever Google search it, there are the first like 5 or 6 results are ads, like Google promoted ads for fake sites that are like if you go to get like a W9, like they're fake sites that they're like, no, we'll help you send it to and like you can enter your information. You can enter your fucking social security number in, and they'll just steal it.
That's nuts.
It's insane. And it's totally like, above board's not the right word, but it's like they know what's happening.
Yeah.
And it's not like...
It's amazing that they're not worried about that at all, but they're worried about... if you say something that violates their free speech, they go ballistic and they cut you off. They flag your thing and they cut you down. It's like, where are your priorities?
Do you have any tweets?
Oh, so when the spotlight's on you,
yes,
and then you're gonna act like you're immoral, but like when you can really help somebody who's suffering, like you won't do it. You're like, nah, it's too much.
I swear to God, Google search NYDOT right now. The first 5 results, 3 or 4 results will be ads. Like ads that just look like regular search results that are fake.
That's nuts.
DOT sites.
Yeah.
Where they have a form. They're just like, fill this out.
And I can't tweet, come suck my bird at Equinox. Lower East Side. Yeah, there's a problem with that?
It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
Equinox is wonderful. I'm very jealous, man.
I don't even know what an Equinox looks like.
Well, I don't know either, but they try to sell me on all the other ones too. Like you can get this whole. It's expensive. You can get all the ones in the city. It's like
$200 a month. Right?
I don't
$300 a month.
Yeah, it's $245.
Yeah,
but it's like that just for that one gym. They're like, we can give you all my. The whole reason I'm doing this is because it's 3 blocks from my place.
Yes. I will never use it.
It serves its purpose. So like, I wonder if this is gonna be worth it. It's like, what is it? A couple grand? I'm willing to like, and it is worth it.
Yeah,
it's worth it for me in this. When the year's up, I'll decide whether it's worth it or not.
Well, you also want to build a regiment.
I want to build a regiment, and I there's a Planet Fitness like 15 minutes away, and but it's like, oh, I could do that, and that's like real cheap, or I can go to this one. It's like I'm not 15 minutes away when it's cold. When it's freezing out, it's like I just want to throw something on, and it's like I want to be able to use the locker room. I want to be able to get a shower.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like at Planet Fitness, I'm not gonna be able to. Do that.
No.
I spend 400 hours on that personal trainer because he sends me an app, and that's the accountability. I'm spending money for accountability, so that I fucking get it done.
Yeah.
And then I spend money for the New York Sports Club, which is I got it down. It's
kind of cheap. Yeah.
I'm at 10. You're probably 30.
$10 a month.
I'm 30. Yeah. I've been there for 5-6 years.
Holy shit.
I told them I was leaving once I signed up with this dude, and they were like, well, and I knew someone. It was like a bartender's cousin. It's always a bartender.
It's always a bartender.
It's always,
oh my God.
And that's not a joke. Johnny from Judy, shout out Johnny. His cousin's like, she's a manager, and she can get you down to $10, $9.99, because they were matching prices for Planet Fitness at one point. So now I'm locked in, grandfathered in.
It's great.
Oh my God,
it's a deal, man.
The Grays, baby.
Yeah, we have a lot of people there that work out for 10 hours a day.
They're not people; they're power lifters.
Yeah,
I got a new fucking list. Power lifters.
Yes, power lifters are the worst people on
Crew,
earth.
lacrosse.
Power lifters.
Power lifters are dog shit.
Oh, what about bodybuilders?
Well, that's power lifters.
But after I was done like wrestling, I was like, because there were some guys at the gym who were like getting into bodybuilding and shows, and they were like, do you want to do? I'm like, nah, that's not who I am.
Oh, you mean like stage cats?
Yeah. I'm like, that's not. They could build you could build your body up and train. I like the training aspect of it and maybe the camaraderie, but that's just not. That doesn't seem like
this is an
kind of
important part of playing Pee Wee football and being an athlete is that you don't get sucked into this bullshit. It's like no. I'm building a body to do things.
This is why
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it to look good.
Bullying is important.
Yeah,
and we're losing sense of bullying.
Yeah.
It's great that women can openly say, I don't want to live with you the rest of my life and let's get a divorce. Hold on. And society will say, it's great, Joanne.
Yeah.
I didn't like Bob for you anyway.
Yeah.
But now we have a problem with the opposite side. Just like with the quarterback thing we were talking about. It's like you can't touch a quarterback nowadays. And you can't see Lawrence Taylor fucking open someone's jawline. Now with society, like you can't raise a child in an aggressive manner. And that child can't be raised in an aggressive manner amongst his peers without someone raising a fucking flag, and you become some little Fruit Loop that becomes like not a Fruit Loop in that term. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Lollygagger.
Yeah. Social pressure is good.
It's great.
Yeah, sometimes
it's necessary.
Right now, it's all out of whack.
It's all out of whack, and I don't think we'll come back from this.
Pressure's being applied to the wrong points.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the good news is, and I look at it this way in my own personal, if you have a moniker of mental toughness, you're heads and tails above everybody else.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is technology and very good. I'm never gonna win that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you have,
we're fucking Army Rangers of life.
if you have a little bit of mental toughness,
Yes,
and you're focused in the right direction, you're not constantly on your phone.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean? Like your mind is clear a little bit, and you're able to like be on your phone to do the things that you want to do to promote whatever you're doing. But then afterwards, you have the discipline to get off of it.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm not going to look at that again until tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
And it's like your heads and tails above everybody who are walking around with it attached to their foreheads.
1,000%. I've been trying to watch like more like get into art. I want to get into something. I want to get into like art documentaries, learning about something is a way to avoid the scan through the phone. No, that's next month. I'm talking about just diving into something that feels like it's like nutrient rich, sort of like intellectual stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you're like, you feel like you're learning something about something. It occupies your mind and focus in a way that's not just that weird scan through what other people are doing. It's like someone struggling with, painting or fucking making a movie or like how they figured out their way through a story. Yes. It's like that stuff to me is like, is valuable, good stuff.
Yeah.
Or like listening to those discussions, just something about like how they're building a rocket or like anything like that to me is like, that's a good use of my time.
Yeah.
There's like value
there's a
in
balance
that.
between watching other people be obsessed with their use of time for your own entertainment and actually doing something with your use of time.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
So it's very easy to sit down and go, oh yeah, I've always been interested in this. Let's learn for the betterment of me.
Yes.
And then you go season 6 and you're like, that was cool. What else? And then you've done nothing.
Yes.
Right.
So the challenge
but as a thing of relax, instead of like scrolling, like something for pure relaxation, but something nutrient.
PBS.
Heavy.
Yeah, something like that maybe.
Science Channel, natural history. That type of shit. I used to bust my father's balls about this so much.
Yeah.
He was obsessed with anything about the planetary.
Yes.
National Geographic. So I watched, giant... I watched a lot of space and naked women in villages growing up when all I wanted to do was watch like cartoons and sports. And what I found is later years, it would be like, this is soothing to me.
Oh,
Planet Earth.
Right.
Science docs.
Right.
All these things like that I'll never touch my phone. I get enamored.
That's great.
That's why I love the food shit.
That's great.
Food docs, all that type of shit.
The 30 days to air, the South Park thing. Where they're like walking through,
if you want to get
like
in the
how they
industry
write an
like
episode and like
because
how
that's
they
relaxing
make it.
and it's also like part of building something meaningful.
Yes.
You know what else is good, and I've been doing this recently too, is old movies. Like
yes,
he does 40s, that a lot.
50s,
yes,
60s.
Black and white movies all day long.
It's pretty amazing,
dude. It's amazing. It's also nice to watch something where they weren't like, we got to keep their attention. You know what I mean? They're like, they came to the theater.
Yeah.
They paid, 30 cents, which was probably $55 to watch the movie. They're here for the afternoon.
Yeah.
Just watching the beginning credits and how slow it is. It's like for 5 minutes. Me and Katie were watching a movie last night. We were watching. She's like, no one has an attention span. Who would sit through it? We're watching the opening credits for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
It's literally the opposite of this podcast.
We're
fucking yapping over each other the whole time.
But that's why it's so nice to get in there.
Take a break from me.
It'll just be a guy.
That's why I watch black and white movies.
It'll just be a guy like sawing. They'll watch him saw through like a whole log of wood. And he'll like stop in the middle and wipe his brow.
Yeah. Stare at the sun, then whistle for a lassie.
and instead of being like, we got to move it, they're like, no, you're learning something about this guy.
Yeah.
Through the whole log of wood. You know what I mean? You're learning something because not every section of the log is the same.
You're like, he was a wrestler that was beat by his coach.